Hello everybody and welcome back. Today, I showed you last episode a really cool and really epic thing, a custom boss in Minecraft. This thing is on, let's just turn it off. So today I'll be doing a sequel to that video on how you could do all these things. So basically first I'll just start with the boss summoning system. So this is using Red Engineer's tutorial. I'll leave a link in the description for that one. So basically this first one tests for item nether start, and if that is true, then it sets the scoreboard for the wizard, which is just a name of the dummy objective, to 1. So basically it checks if an item exists in the world on the ground, and this then, if that is active, then this will check for blaze powder, count 64B, that basically means 64 blaze rods. And then it sets the wizard to 2. So these scoreboard is set to a different number for a purpose. So if that condition is met, then it summons a particle, lava particle. This is basically at the position 0.4 blocks above, and then all that stuff. So that's just the speed, and force means it shows you the particle no matter how minimum the particle is set to. And then this is basically the summoning of the boss, which I got from MCC. Again, link in the description. And then this finally kills all item tag wizard 1 and wizard 2 so that it doesn't repeat the whole process multiple times. So that's basically just the summoning system. So if I was to throw a nether star and a blaze rod, 64 blaze powder to the floor on the same block, then it will summon in the boss. And from here on, it's all the boss things. So let me just check what this thing does. Oh, so basically this basically execute from the player, not the player, the wizard, which is basically just a husk. And then it gives an effect to all players within a radius of 5, weakness level 3 for 1 second. So once you go out of it, it'll instantly just clear the effects. And then this is basically we will get to that in a second. So basically so this is the mob spawning system. So if you check my last video, this dude summons a bunch of mobs every few seconds. So this is the same as my natural mob summoning system, it's just a bit different. So this tests if the redstone spawn timer, the scoreboard dummy objective, has reached to 400. So this basically increments that score by 1 every game tick, 20 times per second. So this basically means every 20 seconds. And then if that is met, then it sets the redstone spawn timer to 0, and this is a conditional one. So if only that is activated, then this will do that job. So then the cycle could continue again. And then this basically summons in from the position of the wizard. It summons in a gas, a blaze, and a fire spirit, which is basically a bat. So this is the fire spirit. So this just gives the fire spirit infinite invisibility, so that you won't have to see it. And then this basically gives it fire resistant. The reason for that you'll see in a moment. So basically it summons a flame particle around the fire spirit, and then after that it does an entity data all around it, and then it sets fire for 20 game ticks or 20 seconds. I don't know which. I think it was seconds actually. So for 20 seconds it sets the enemy on fire. Unfortunately this doesn't work on players for whatever reason. Mojang didn't add that in, so it only sets entities other than the player on fire. And it also sets itself on fire, that's why it has the fire resistance. And so basically will from a radius of 5, so this will basically burn items as well. So you really have to be careful. If you die, there's a high chance your item may burn. And this basically fills all nearby block. It replaces air, and changes it into fire. So basically, wherever, if it's touching a block, then it'll set that on fire. And this basically tests for a player more than 30 blocks away. And then this is a repeating conditional command so that you could activate all of these commands. And then this basically teleports the player to the husk, named wizard. And then this basically gives a levitation effect, level 10 for 1 second. So it's like a punishment, so you float up in the air and then fall back down. And it's only for 1 second, so unless you have split second reaction, it's really hard to like ender pearl or place like water down. And most likely, they'll told you if you die. So if you die, it'll instantly teleport you back in the arena, so that makes the boss more tough. So basically, next episode, I'll meet you guys. I think this boss is quite strong, but I think for the cost of 64 blaze powder and nether star, I think it's kind of missing something. So basically, I'll add more effects in front of you guys next episode. So have a great day, and I'll see you later.